I'll give it some leeway. Yeah. But then again, I'm not black, so yeah. You explain your point of view of that to me.
No, I was being like, oh wow, he's sorry, not straight racist. Like, oh wow, he is from that time. Yeah.
Okay,
So,
fair enough. Look,
at least he didn't drop slurs.
Yeah.
Like,
Imagine that, right? Imagine that.
Like,
Imagine if you guys.
Yeah. All right. Okay. And 3, 2, 1.
Just give me a sec.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Oh.
All right. Spider-Man onesie. It's got legs as well, actually, but I'm not. I'm not walking through.
Because I have a Superman one. But
well, okay. You should have worn that one for the previous episode.
I literally just remembered I had it.
And you know what the thing is as well? You should have worn maybe a red t-shirt underneath your blue jumper, and then at least you could be the Scarlet Spider.
Yes. Yeah. Didn't think of that.
Hi guys, welcome to our episode of Trip Around the Multiverse with your host, the man who will chase the shocker to the ends of the earth, CY Chong.
And the man who was a hydro man and just evaporate by the sunlight, Carl Charles.
Today's episode, we are going to be looking at Spider-Man, the anime. Well, it was just called Spider-Man, right?
Yeah. Once all their run became out Spider-Man, the anime series, yeah.
Yeah, 1994. And also, we're going to tag on the end of it Spider-Man Unlimited, which is not a sequel, but kind of is, depending.
Yeah.
I mean, look, I don't think it is. I don't think it is really. It wasn't meant to be. But the only thing that ties it together is the little theme song that he plays when he changes. And then, so we're going to take it as it is and also make an argument that it isn't.
Yeah.
We try to canon it together, right?
Yeah.
Yes. So Spider-Man 1994. Did you watch this whole thing when it was broadcast?
Yep. I watched it from 1994 to when did it finish? 97, 98? Yeah.
Ooh,
I was watching it.
Okay. I only watched the bits and pieces, and the main chunk that I watched is when we were talking about the Spider-Verse, and we had to watch those the original Spider-Verse from this series.
Yeah, with Beyonder.
Yeah. And then but I watched only bits and pieces of this series, and I've got to say, Peter Parker, how old is he meant to be here? He's in Empire State University, right?
Yeah, I think he's like early 20s.
Yeah. Let's say 23, around the age of his video game counterpart, right? The Marvel's Spider-Man 2000. When he came out?
It's about 18, yeah.
He doesn't look that though. He looks 27.
Yeah. He's like that weird, like, I could be older than 25.
Yeah. And it's not a bad series, actually. We'll say some things, though. As far as canon-wise, there's a decent amount of differences from the 616 Classic Universe to this, right?
Yeah.
But the major thing that popped out to me is, so usually in adaptations, he's friends with Harry Osborn. Yep.
Yeah.
Here, they're acquaintances. They're not even friends. They're just, some dude knows him through him, and that's it. And then at some point, Harry's like, oh yeah, Parker, do you want to be my flatmate? And Peter's like, why wouldn't you ask Flash? And then Harry's like, well, because my dad is not approving of that guy, and you're probably the best man to room with as far as my dad signing it off. So yeah. And like,
then
but you're not
best friends from that.
Exactly. And then I'm wondering how you're going to get to the Green Goblin storyline where Harry sacrifices his life to save Peter, as by the comics, right? Which kind of is because it's like if they're not solid friends like that, how do you get that connection, you know?
See, because when I was watching it as a kid, I didn't know any of that stuff, so it didn't really bother me at all. And even sort of now, I'm like, it's a different take. Cause
exactly. That's
when you flash forward to like 30 years ahead now, it's like, there's always sort of like going around, hey, him and Peter have been best friends forever. Like, oh, okay, I don't really care.
Yeah. Sometimes in high school, and in the main continuity, they only met at college, so how does that work?
Yeah.
Like there was when Spider-Man the first volume ended, and this was like 1998, maybe 999, 2000ish.
Yeah.
And then they did a flashback annual on the second volume where he's like, "Oh, Harry, my friend since high school." And he's like, "No, no, 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 no."
Yeah, it's where they kind of forget their own continuity.
Yeah, exactly.
Cause like, isn't there some continuities where he's done MJ his whole life, and there's some where he just meets her when he's like after the whole Gwen Stacy stuff, you know, or near the end of Gwen Stacy stuff, isn't it? So it's
and
weird.
then the retcon of him her always knowing he was Spider-Man.
Yeah.
But then when you're reading it at the time,
yeah,
and you're like, hold on a second, right?
This doesn't make any
Why is she
sense.
acting like she's talking like she doesn't know? So
yeah,
that doesn't work. But whatever, you know.
No, but
It's one of those things where you know they think of it afterwards.
Yeah. But sometimes I allow them like, okay, yeah, sure, you didn't know at that point, so it's fine.
Yeah.
But then some things like you can't really change that. You know, that kind of contradicts everything that comes after that. But
Yeah, exactly.
What else? Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't mind, by the way, the Hobgoblin being created first year. It kind of made it a bit more. I don't want to say necessarily more sense, right? But as Osborn's the supplier of the weapons to the Hobgoblin, okay, fine. And
like,
I didn't even mind, just to not make comparisons to the classic universe, but I didn't mind that it was Jason Macendale that was the Hobgoblin, and not that it was Roderick Kingsley, because it
wouldn't make sense.
Well, it's a product of his time, and at that time in continuity, blah blah blah, right? But also, if it was Roderick Kingsley, he could make his own things. So
yeah,
and why would
so exactly?
Why would he mercenary himself out being a fashion designer if that was going to go for the And he hadn't come back as Roderick Kingsley at that. So the Hobgoblin Lives came out in 1998, so it was before this anyways. After this anyways. So
obvious, yeah.
But this is where he got me, right? I'm watching it, and Felicia Hardy's, who looks like Gwen Stacy, by the way.
yeah.
Obviously, Gwen didn't exist at this point. Gwen's dead.
She exists, but she was. Yeah.
So they never made reference to Gwen Stacy, right? But then in the Ultimate Universe in season 5 they did, and I was like, oh, yep, just for the people that know.
It's like,
Because I think did she die in 1974? 20 years gone. So
yeah, by that time, so
but yeah, so when it was Hobgoblin, and I see the guy's name Jason Phillips, right? Just with the S, just to make you think, right? Maybe not.
Yeah.
And I was like, but Hobgoblin. Jason Philip Macendale, I'm sure of it, right? Lo and behold, guess who turns out to be the Hobgoblin?
The Hobgoblin, voiced by Mark Hamill as well.
Yeah. And then it turns out, yes, he was, and his surname was Macendale as well. So, all right, he just, and you mentioning Mark Hamill as the Hobgoblin.
Yep.
I did like that voice. I did like what he did and everything like that. Now, the Green Goblin's voice, on the other hand, not Norman Osborn, right? But when he's Green Goblin, that voice, I'm like, what?
I like it. Because that's the first Green Goblin voice I knew, so I always found it like kind of, I don't know, because it kind of set apart from Hobgoblin and Green Goblin, because he had that, because obviously he's insane, isn't it? So he'd have that weird like, voice. So it kind of, to me, it made sense.
Okay, so this is where we'll have to have a little debate, right? Because when I was listening to it and he's talking in that high-pitched voice, I was like, this is annoying.
Yeah.
It's like, not that it's supposed to sound scary or insane or whatever it is, right? I'm not asking it to sound like Heath Ledger Joker, right?
Yeah.
Right? But I'm not. I'm not expecting it to sound like a leprechaun.
Yeah. But I guess I don't know, because I feel because of the time period and what channel it was on, because you have like Goosebumps and stuff like that. So I think that voice would have been that time would have been scarier rather than some like weird voice modulated thing. I don't know. It kind of, to me, it suited it.
But I do believe that Green Goblin voice was more modulated than
yeah. I mean, like to be like, say, like reverse flash. No, sorry, zoom in. The flash stuff like that. You know what I mean? And be like, that doesn't really go over Goblin's voice, because Goblins are either like super like so. I don't know. To me, it made kind of. I always been in my head.
I was like, the voice is an odd take, is all I can say about that. And I'd have to say, what's this, when the chemicals came around and then suddenly dyed the Hobgoblin orange and blue and yellow costume into a green
and purple.
I was like,
yeah, that made no sense.
What?
Yeah, that made no sense because like, wouldn't that happen to be skin then? But sure, whatever.
yeah.
Sure, I guess unless that costume is, it reacts to a certain chemical, changes it to different color, which makes no sense. But I don't know. I'm not science man, so who knows?
No, exactly. If you're gonna say it's a world of science, which kind of it is, and it kind of it isn't, because I'm gonna say right. They don't use guns. They use futuristic lasers. I'm like, that's more advanced than. But obviously, that's because of the censorship stuff they have.
Yeah, because even X-Men had it as well. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. But then when you have people pull out a gun, right, and then you don't have to see them fire the shot. They can have the sound effect while it goes to reaction shots, and then you can have the bullet in, the interactions and stuff like that.
That's boring.
Yeah, well.
See, at least with lasers, you can see him get shot because cool, that's
I'm gonna say as well, and I'm just thinking of alternative, but fair enough for you. Lasers are too advanced. Stun guns, on the other hand.
Yeah, well, stun guns, right? Because you think about it, right? They've got to make this appeal to kids. So stun guns, even a kid knows stun guns it's not a danger, is it? So lasers could be dangerous, and if you're going your way, you're saying like. You see the gun shot, but they look somewhere else. Like
the thing is that with that, you'd have to do it so many times because there's so many shots.
Yeah.
It's like it becomes awkward. And like it's probably more trouble than it's worth.
Yeah.
Whereas you bust out. Look, apparently Osborne Tech or whatever is Oscorp.
Yeah.
And the Kingpin or whatever. As long as you make an excuse, they've created these advanced military weapons which aren't lasers per se, right?
Yeah.
Like electric shock beams. Or you can always just make it. It's a cartoon. It's an alternate universe. Whatever. It's just like even if they had something at the beginning saying like if Osborn's at the police precinct at some point and he's like presenting these new weapons that they have, right? Rather than using your whatever, we've Osborne Tech are presenting you with these two whatever, and then you got an excuse why these weapons are whatever they are. Rather than you got a common criminal busting out. Something that could, like how much does it cost for a laser gun?
I don't know because I feel like you're looking way into this. Like, do you think that this is something for kids?
Find a reason.
Well, it's for kids. You don't need a reason. Like, none of the kids are gonna question it. It's oh, cool. It's just Spider-Man and people shooting stuff at him. Not gonna I wonder why. Yeah, it's like some things like this. You gotta look at it like an 8-year-old brain. Then like
and not only that, I'm like questioning. Why they got laser stuff where some guy's bit with a radioactive spider that gives them those abilities, and then space aliens that come and
space aliens,
exactly,
and human lizards and stuff. Yeah, it's just like a Hydro Man. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Cloning processes and all that stuff. So yeah, exactly. That's the sort of thing, by the way. Although I am poking fun at it, it's one of those things where you just gotta leave it be.
Yeah, it's got it is what it is.
Yeah, exactly. There's stuff I like as an alternate take for certain things, and there's stuff like Morbius, the living vampire, who sucks plasma because they can't do blood, and then he's got the suckers on his fingers, and I'm like, if you say so.
See, for me, because that was my first interaction with Morbius, so it didn't sort of I didn't question it. I was like, oh, okay, cool. When I was watching, my dad's like, that's not right. I was like, what? He goes, oh, no, never mind, don't worry. Once I got older and I like found out Morbius, like, oh, he actually does bite people. That makes more sense now, but...
Yeah.
Oh,
and I always find it funny how Morbius somehow is in his Morbius costume before he's actually Morbius.
Yeah, but I like how they can't explain it. Like, he's a goth kind of guy, so he's from like somewhere in Europe, so that's what they wear like.
Yeah.
Okay. I guess.
He's French. Okay. Yeah. Or Spanish or whatever it is, but yeah.
Yeah, you're like, okay, that makes sense? Question mark. No, he's Greek, that's it. But then I was like, Greece is hot. What? Okay, sure.
Yeah. Oh. And there was cool cameos from like Blade, and then you got the X-Men and Scarlet Spider,
Iron Man, War Machine,
Captain America, David Hayter.
Captain America, yep. Punisher.
Yes. Punisher, who couldn't use all his signature Punisher weapons, but and couldn't kill people, but whatever.
Whatever, sure.
Actually, I think they do say a line where it's like, oh, this time I'm gonna
do it by the book, something like that. Yeah, something like that. You're like,
exactly.
Okay, sure.
What I did actually, and I didn't expect when I wasn't watching it, when I didn't know about it, is okay. The first season doesn't have a story arc, right? But from season 2, they've got labeled what it is. Like in season 2 is the Neogenic Nightmare. Season 3 is Sins of the Fathers. 4 is Partners in Danger. And then season 5 has broken sections.
It's like 6 little pits at like 6 sort of mini seasons in it. Yeah. Well, not seasons, but storylines. Yeah.
Exactly. Which was kind of cool because they all tied like that. The story tied itself together. The theme. There's a theme running through it, and you of course. Okay, but wait. This is what I had in my head, right? This was supposed to be a animated continuation of the James Cameron, Leonardo DiCaprio Spider-Man movie that was meant to come out before.
Is it?
I don't know. Well, not anymore, right?
Yeah. Okay.
But it was one of those where it's like, and most likely this would have happened as well. Remember in Batman Begins where you had Gotham Knights, which was supposed to be in continuity with the Dark Knight saga. And then when the Christopher Nolan's Dark Knight, the one in 2008, that movie came out.
Yeah.
They were like, nah, forget. Yeah. Gotham Knights, it's not in continuity anymore. So whatever. Yeah. Because I think they probably had the idea of this was part of that continuity, and then let's just say that movie happened, they did the same sequel, James Cameron would be like, nah, forget that animated series stuff. We'll do our own canon.
How would it have? Because it wasn't James Cameron's one meant to be like more like he's actually a man turned to a spider, something weird and.
Have you read the script for it?
No, I've heard bits and pieces about it because I don't know.
Yeah. So that's why they couldn't use Sandman. They couldn't use Electro for a while. They were going to be in the movie. And James Cameron was thinking of putting Arnold Schwarzenegger as Dr. Octopus. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, physically, to fight Spider-Man, maybe. The accent, maybe. But isn't Otto Octavius usually American?
Yeah, like a
no matter what the name is,
Yeah.
He is actually German, which I'm like, okay.
Wait, Dr. Octopus is actually German?
No, in this continuity he is.
Yeah, that's why as a kid that even threw me off, like, wait, what? And then it kind of like, when I got older, I was like, is he meant to be German? Because he has an accent. And then people are like, no. And then, I don't know, it just threw me off for years.
Yeah. And what's funny is Dr. Octopus is, well, I don't know if it's necessarily suit because you never see him out the suit, yeah? But he's buff. He's built.
Yeah.
He's not the more rotund version.
Yeah, the original sort of like, that makes sense.
Oh, by the way, so I do think, as you must have saw more recently, when Dr. Octopus's costume is the green and yellow costume, but it's more like the green, the yellow collar with the green bodysuit, and the yellow belt.
Yeah.
I think around this continuity though, he had a white suit. Around that time, which would have been a bit probably would have clashed with the Kingpin's white suit, so that's probably why they didn't do that way.
But also, isn't this around that time as well where we got the female Dr. Octopus as well, around 1994?
Oh my goodness, you just remind me of something else, right? But yes, this is running between those lines because the Clone Saga was happening in the comics, right?
Yeah.
Which is why the Vulture here, Adrian Toomes, is a young man. Yeah. But also an old man, because there's that storyline Life Theft, right?
Yeah.
Where he was getting old, so he was sucking the youth out of all these other people, and to get young again. Yeah. So I was like, okay, yeah. And it was more like some things in this cartoon are reflecting things that are going on in continuity at the time, Spider-Carnage, whatnot, yeah. And then sometimes it's like its own canon, which also is like okay.
Like, a lot of times. Like, I kind of like when they have their own sort of I'll take bits from like the comics and stuff, but then have their own sort of canon, which a lot of the time it works. But then when they try to like follow things too much, like, oh no, you're losing your identity.
A partial problem this series had was it was Ben Reilly was being Spider-Man at the time. It was Scarlet Spider's Clone Saga, whatever, right? So you didn't know it was the real Spider-Man. So if you were to watch this cartoon and then pick up the comics, you'd be like, hold on a sec, we are completely out of sync here.
Yeah.
It's not like, for example, you watch the X-Men animated series, yeah? And there's a big pop in ratings, and you think, okay, people are going to go buy comics. And then you run into Age of Apocalypse, right?
Yeah.
That had a set middle, beginning, end, and then it was gone, you know?
Yeah.
I think it was, 3 or 4 months?
Wasn't it like a year?
Age of Apocalypse, gone for a year.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Age of Apocalypse goes on for like a year.
Does it?
I think so.
I think it maybe went across 12 titles for 4 months. Maybe you're right. Maybe you're right. But this went on for years, and you're like, it's not new reader friendly at all. The Clone Saga. So I think it was when they started this series, they were like, yeah, Spider-Man, right?
Yeah.
But again, to get to the middle and the end of it, they're like, what a mess.
Like, you know what's funny, right? And I guess now it kind of could have worked because, you know, back then, like you said, you couldn't just, there was like, say X-Men comics and Spider-Man comics, but they were just specifically in that universe, right?
Yeah.
You know, now you got like all these different ones like you jump on and they have like kid-friendly ones. So it kind of works. You can go, hey, kid, here's Spider-Man's adventures with his friends or whatever. Okay, cool. Oh, it's X-Men, blah, blah, blah. But back then, literally, you couldn't just go, I want to start reading X-Men. Like you said, jump in. Oh, halfway through a saga, I have no idea who half these people are. Awesome. I'm not going to try this. Yeah, it's that sort of...
Or even... But that's probably partial of what Spider-Man Unlimited had the benefit for, because it's like...
Yeah.
That's in its own continuity, and then when you pick up the comics, you'll be like, oh, where's this Beastman? All right, well, you know...
Yeah, you're like, oh, okay. Cool.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, I don't need to pick that up. It's not, and it wasn't like because he's on an alternate world there. They don't ever have to tie anything back into the comics. Like you're saying, female like Carolyn Trainer, Lady Octopus or Doctor Octopus, as she was saying at that time. And then when Doctor Octopus got resurrected, she had to relabel herself.
Yeah.
And then Miles Warren and the Jackal, and I was like, oh, you guys.
Oh yeah. As a kid, I was like, oh, that's quite interesting. And once I grew up, I was like, oh, well, people didn't like this guy because of the baggage that comes along with the whole... She's a clone, but he's a clone, but no, he's a clone, but I'm really... Yeah, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, exactly. Though, What was... well, look, I think that the Clone Saga, the mini Clone Saga Spider-Verse thing had a good showing.
Yeah.
And there were the Ultimate Spider-Mans and stuff like that, which we'll praise because we actually went through all that before. And I did like how some of the Spider-Man look slightly different, and then Scarlet Spider obviously is the Ben Reilly took off his mask, and then Peter was like, I don't even want to know your story. And it's like, all he is has got blonde hair. What are you talking about?
Yeah, it's like, dude, okay, sure.
Yeah.
It's not that complicated.
Yeah, I mean, if you're looking at the Doctor Octopus Spider-Man combination, wouldn't you be like, and the one with 6 arms, wouldn't you be like, hold on a second, you guys are probably the ones that the guy in the other costume who looks like you with blonde hair, he's the most normal.
Yeah, everyone else is like, there's something strange about you guys, so maybe I shouldn't know. You could be someone else, so I'd rather know your story. But then you get told a story like, I wish I didn't know the story now.
Yeah, exactly. That's after.
Yeah.
I did like as well at the end of that. How they went to the universe of the Spider-Man who had the spider armor. Yeah. And because he was a little bit of a spoiled boy, but Uncle Ben was alive for him, and then they used that to
save Spider-Carnage.
Yeah. Okay. It all makes sense. Okay. You sort of pre-planned from the beginning. It's not like they had it out of nowhere and then all of a sudden it fixes the problem. It's like no. We know from the beginning what we're doing to get to the end. Even though Spider-Carnage, his own logic is like, I'll destroy all the entire universes, mine included. Yeah, I'm like,
you're like, right. But then who wins?
Yeah. And not only that, it's just like, but you didn't even know if you're the actual clone or not. So
you're not gonna get your answer. Yeah, you're not gonna get your answer. Yeah.
And sometimes he probably thinks that's better that way, because then if he doesn't know, then he'll never find out if he's the fake and have a mental breakdown, which he's already having. So it still doesn't make any sense.
So it's like, dude, like it's good like psychopath logic.
Yeah.
it's not like weirdly written. But I was like, no, that makes a lot of sense because that's how someone in that sort of situation would think. So yeah.
What did you think of the Secret Wars?
I liked it.
Yeah.
It was obviously condensed from what it really was, but I really liked it. I liked you got to see some like other Marvel characters like the Fantastic Four and stuff. Because obviously we saw the X-Men before.
Yeah.
So it's good to see the Fantastic Four and who else? Iron Man was there as well, wasn't it?
Yeah.
The Fantastic Four, Iron Man, Storm.
Yep.
That was it, isn't it? Oh, Captain America, yeah.
And the Black Cat who didn't want to be there but was actually... Okay, we'll get to those in a minute, right?
Yeah.
Like you said, it was solid. And I was like, okay, hit you over the head with a hammer because he's like, oh yeah, I'm going to voice record this so it doesn't become a secret war. Yeah. Oh, he spoke the title of the series, all right.
He did the thing, yeah.
And in some ways I'm glad, because usually Captain America ends up being the leader of whatever it is, but he's like, no, Spider-Man, you were brought here for a reason, we'll take you take lead. It's not, and it's not out of spite or anything. It's just like we were saying about when we were talking about Superman and Supergirl, Captain America knows when to step back. It's not. He's brought into the fight, but he doesn't know what's going on. Yeah. But
also, this is Spider-Man's show, so you kind of have to be leader. So
Yeah. Well, yeah, exactly. Though we'll say like Spider-Man led the Spider people in Spider-Verse, right? The comic version, yeah.
Yeah.
But whenever he's with the Avengers or wherever it is, there's someone else being lead. Spider-Man. Okay.
Yeah.
But then again, we say that is when Thor can lead all the Asgardians in his own comic, but when it's time to be Avengers Assemble, he's like, yo, Captain, you got the...
that makes sense.
The mic.
Yeah. It makes sense. I like it. So even the Spider-Man thing, it makes sense.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we can't argue it because in everyone's separate comics, they've got to be the lead. So you've got to kind of
Yeah. Because it'd be weird, like say you got a world-ending crisis comes along and then like Wolverine, your leader, like that doesn't make sense.
Wolverine, we know Wolverine's fighting style, but if for example they said Cyclops, your leader, I'd be like, that can work actually because that guy has been leading since he was 16. He knows what he's doing. Yeah. Most of the time.
Like most of the time, yeah. Or he's been written not to, but
yeah.
But yeah, so it makes sense. But yeah, Secret Wars was good. I had my boy Doctor Doom.
I like the idea of them getting all these certain Spider-Man villains and Doctor Doom for some random reason, taking over particular parts of Battle World or wherever they are, and give it a fast forward a year later, and a year later, the Lizard hasn't done jack.
Yeah, you're like, okay, that shows how competent the Lizard is. Yeah. All right.
Yeah. You'd have thought you turned a whole bunch of
people
like
into
cities or stuff into lizard people, but whatever.
But I didn't like. Sorry, they should have put more. Just like it should be more than just Doctor Doom. Like it shouldn't have just been all Spider-Man villains. But I get why, because obviously Spider-Man but should be more. Like the Molecule Man, no, not him.
Oh yeah.
He's too complicated to put into anything.
Yeah, and too powerful to fight Spider-Man and whoever he's going to choose. Because how are you going to equate those powers?
Yeah.
Like I said, it would have been cool to have certain other enemies that have different capabilities, but also we've got to cover the point that is a Spider-Man show. So randomly introducing people that have nothing to do with Spider-Man, like Mr. Sinister or whatever, that'd be a bit weird.
Yeah, that'd be weird.
So, as we were saying about the lizard people, I can imagine if Mr. Sinister was there, you'd have a whole bunch of more raiders as well. Like they experimenting on the people and start mutating them. So
yeah, it should have been pretty cool, but a bit too much for a kid's cartoon, I guess.
Yeah.
For that,
yeah. What did you think of? So they the alternate take on Black Cat, where she has the super soldier serum and somehow. Okay, Felicia Hardy can fit into the Black Cat suit, right? But when she puts on the mask, she gets bigger, right? Maybe like 6 inches to a foot, right?
Yeah.
More buff, but the costume still fits. So is it unstable molecules from Reed Richards? I don't think so, but
I don't think so. Or it might be some weird molecules her dad stole. Some weird. How they can't explain it. I was like,
well, we're gonna just leave it as. If they got lasers, if they can make lasers,
they can make lasers anything's possible. Yeah.
All I'm going to say is this, right? the buffer, stronger, taller version of Black Cat might just feel that the like whatever it is a tight fit, right?
Yeah.
Okay, that's it.
Yeah,
we've got no more really to say about that. It's not like, for example, Bruce Banner / Hulk stretchy pants, which are like, no, he should bust out of those. There's no way you can fix.
No, unstable ankles, but yeah, I mean, yeah.
I also was like, what was the one where, the Six Forgotten Warriors, where it had
the Wizard. Why don't I remember
Lady
one of the
Liberty,
names?
is it?
I think so. Lady Liberty, the Wizard.
It's not Liberty Bell because that's DC.
That's DC. I think
or
Lady
maybe
Liberty.
Miss America. I'm not quite sure. But all I'm saying is, right? You get the one guy called the Black Marvel, and I'm like, right, and you get the one black character, that's the valet. But that doesn't, fair enough. You know, say if he's in World War II time, because that would be about correct,
yeah.
But then it's just like, okay. Now I wonder when you give me the names, exactly. With even though you say it's a white guy that went to do the experiment because you never see that Marvel's mask, right? It's like, no, but if the Black Marvel's still around, can you guess who it is? And then even there, it's a bit tongue in cheek as well because he's like, when that Black Marvel's meant to be dead because the guy who the blonde guy who was the Black was supposed to go through the experiments.
Yeah.
He was gone, right? He passed away, and then the Black Marvel appears to help get rid of the information, whatever it is, right?
Yeah.
And they're like, and his cohorts are like, oh no, but how can he appear, right?
Yeah.
And then afterwards, you get they do whatever it is. The Black Marvel then takes off his mask. And do you ever wonder why I call myself the Black Marvel?
The Black Marvel.
Yeah.
I was like, okay. But I get it makes like for a kids show it makes sense for it to kind of do it that way because then you don't have to explain the whole racism stuff. So,
Okay. First of all, I was going to say, racism. Let's go into that, right? No, that's not. No. What I meant was, right. You seen the Justice League, the Justice Guild storyline?
Yeah.
And that kind of touched on certain. Okay. That was World War II, and then when one of the Justice Guild members, and not Justice Society, by the way, because they can't have the Justice Society saying this stuff, right?
Yeah.
One of the Justice Guild members goes to John Stewart, Black Green Lantern, and says, "You're a credit to your people."
Yeah, you're credit to your kind. He's like,
Oh, did you say kind or your people?
Yeah, your kind. Yeah.
Okay. Now.
Yeah, I remember that.
All right. Now let me just say, if he had said what I said, "You're credit to your people," right? It's still vague enough to be like, "Oh, the people of the future." Yeah? Or your group of superheroes, or whatever it is, yeah?
Yeah.
Right? When you say credit to your kind, your implications are stronger as to exactly what you mean.
Yeah. That's why he's like, thanks. And he goes, right. And like, oh yeah, he's stuck in that time. Yeah, I know what
he's not even stuck in that time because he is the character is from that time, you know?
Yeah, so I'm saying that's what he's like.
The Justice League went to the past, right?
Technically, no.
Oh, did the Justice League Guild go to the future?
No, they went to another dimension, but it got wiped out during the war. And the guy who's doing the whole thing, we find out in the end, he basically stuck. They're in the same present time, but he's built that place to be like it was the comics he read.
Okay.
So that's why there's the racial undertone.
Well, and then, as far as the logic of that particular sentence, it's still it's one of those where you got to take a second think of how that character would be acting at that time. So you kind of give it. Personally, I'll give it some leeway. But then again, I'm not black, so you explain your point of view of that to me.
No, I've been like, oh wow, he's not straight racist. Like, oh wow, he is from that time. Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. Look,
at least he didn't drop slurs.
Imagine that, right? Imagine that. Imagine if he goes, go get me my cold drink in the thingamajig, and then go back to the barn or whatever it is, you know?
Yeah, you're like,
wow.
Oh, you can't use that toilet. Like, oh, wow. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You can't drink from that fountain. Like, oh, wow, he is racist. That's like, oh, no, he is racist. He is straight racist.
Yeah. Well, but yes. But I think the character in the comics is actually called Blue Marvel. So.
No, I think they're two different people, you know.
Oh, the wait, hold on. Okay. the guy who would put the slingers together, he was Black Marvel, yeah?
I think so. Because I know Blue Marvel is something completely different.
Hold on, let me just Wikipedia this, right? Blue Marvel. Oh, hold on. Oh, damn. Okay. All right, it's giving me the modern Blue Marvel. I'm trying to look for the one from the 40s. Other versions. Here we go. Oh no. Okay. I don't know. I'm pretty sure though. There's definitely an actual Black Marvel, but this Black Marvel is not the version they used here.
Yeah, because for some reason I thought he was like the only made-up character a lot. So I don't know. I could be wrong.
Black Marvel slingers. Slingers. Yeah. Oh. Yeah. Black Marvel. Yeah. So the Black Marvel, who's a white guy, right?
Yeah.
Golden Age hero here. Yep. So he got the slingers together.
Yeah.
Yeah. And their slingers being Dusk, Ricochet, Hornet, and Prodigy.
Yeah. Prodigy. Yeah.
Okay. And yeah, now I am not sure how much I've got information on the Blue Marvel, but you know.
Yeah, because Blue Marvel, he's Adam Bashir, and he's basically like interdimensional Superman kind of guy.
But no, you're talking about the modern one. You're talking
isn't the modern one? Isn't the modern one the old one? Because he got like disappeared for ages, then he came back.
Is he? Oh, I don't know. I don't know.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
You know what? I'm probably getting mixed up somewhere along. You're probably right. You're probably right. Yeah. Yeah. All I'm saying is his costume is not the Black Marvel costume that I know.
No,
that probably might be a bit too on the nose, you know.
Yeah.
Not a black man dressed in a completely black costume.
Yeah, that'd be very weird.
Yeah.
But I think, I could be wrong as well. I don't know anymore.
I did like how they dealt with Electro being the son of the Red Skull, because they were like, you know what, we're gonna just go full wacky. Oh yeah. Yeah.
Doesn't matter at this point. Yeah. Okay. I've probably got like one more season.
if we're gonna have Captain America and Red Skull go and fight and then get dropped into a dimensional transport, whatever it is, and then bring them back, why the hell not? And then Captain America being Captain America is like, Red Skull, you won't get away, and then he grabs Red Skull and he sacrifices them both back into the stasis chamber, wherever it is, they both get frozen again until they get pulled out for the
Secret War.
Yeah, exactly.
So you know what? Again, because this was kind of my first sort of proper introduction to like Captain America. I thought that's what happened. I didn't know he got frozen in the iceberg. Yeah, all that stuff. Like, oh, okay.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
What did you think of the Mary Jane clone situation? First of all, Anna Watson, right? Why are you beefing on Peter for no reason?
Yeah,
what I'm hearing from Anna Watson is, Peter, you're trash, straight up.
Yeah, basically, yeah. But you live in the same place.
And because I'm an old lady, right? And I don't even need to try and say it in any nice way, a passive aggressive way. It's like, Mary Jane, why are you with this bum? Yeah, that's essentially what she's saying, right? As close as you could get without actually trying to start an argument every single time she sees Peter.
Yeah. And the worst thing about all this as well, like, Aunt May kind of takes it. Like, why do you hang around with someone who like basically treats your son like trash?
Yeah,
like, in your face as well.
And then what's the funny thing is, because she can't say to Anna Watson, because she doesn't know he's Spider-Man. But the other thing is like, okay, how do I defend my nephew of these exaggerated accusations when he does flake out as well? So I can't back him up. I got no material here.
Yeah, it's like Peter not really helping us at this point. Yeah.
I will say as well, Peter's house is really big.
Yeah.
I like they show downstairs with the living room area, and then you got the kitchen area. But when you go upstairs, right, there's like a wall, the wall which has I think probably one on the backside, which you don't really see. But then you see like 3 rooms across.
Yeah.
And I'm like, wow, Yeah,
it's just him and Aunt May.
Yeah. I'm like, that's a big house, If you can have it across the room with you, and the hallway down the side now, probably an attic as well. Whatever, you never know.
Yeah. think there is.
Yeah, exactly. It's a good sized house.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, but then everyone else is living in mansions and whatnot. So
yeah, good point. He's still the poorest out of all of them. Yeah. Which is crazy. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh. I thought Venom was introduced really early on because season 1, he was there.
Is it season 1?
Yeah.
Oh, you know it is. Yeah, it is. Yeah.
And then Carnage gets introduced as well. I'm like, wow, you people are just fast forwarding straight through quite a lot of stuff here.
Which I thought was okay. Yeah, because you got season 1, and then season 2 is kind of dealing with him mutating, isn't it? So that's basically that's season 2, and Mary Jane joined that cult, and you see Doctor Strange. Yeah. Season.
Wait, but just back to Venom for a second.
Yeah, but I was roughing back to him. Yeah.
Do you think that he was introduced too quickly?
No.
Okay.
He was the hot new thing, so that makes sense. Like, I tell you, like, for me, we spoke about X-Men animated series. Like, Venom made sense, right? Because he had been in the comics for a couple of years at that point, right?
Yeah.
Cable, on the other hand, he literally just appeared in the comics, and they already put him in the show, and they didn't know his origin. Okay, so he's just like the wild man from wherever. So it kind of made sense. Venom felt more organic than Cable.
Okay. Now, logically speaking, myself, I know that we already have the Green Goblin appearing after the Hobgoblin, so continuity is going to be what it is, yeah? But I just did not expect Venom to appear so quickly. Maybe season 2 when you start building it. But as I could see from the intro, you can see that they need costume ready. So I'm like, right, I'm pretty sure I can see at some point here.
Yeah. It's about giveaway. Yeah.
yeah, exactly. So I was like, okay, well, I don't know. How many years do you reckon Peter's been Spider-Man prior to this series starting?
I'll say probably about 4 years. 4 or 5 years.
It probably makes more sense then.
Yeah. Actually, it could be longer because if he's meant to be like early 20s, so it could be about 5-6 years. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, they don't. What's funny is in the flashback, where he gets bitten by the spider, he looks roughly the same age as his actual.
As he does there. Yeah.
Not in Spider-Man Unlimited, where he does look like a teenager.
Yeah. In this one, he looks the same, but it's probably cheaper. Animation probably cheaper to make him the same. So,
And I will say as well, as far as the video game continuity goes, they do say that he's been Spider-Man for 8 years.
Yeah.
So I think they could have said, for example, like if they said, he's been Spider-Man for like 5 years or something like that prior to this, then maybe I'd be like, okay. I see Venom appearing around be okay. But then again, you get other classic Spider-Man villains that haven't made it. Who's been fighting for... Who's been fighting the years before this? Yeah, because you get key villains getting created at this point.
Just bombs, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
Because even, like... Okay, in the Spider-Man game, they kind of tell you who's been fighting before that. So, maybe just bombs. I don't know.
Do you think... Do you prefer it just starting straight in the middle of... I'd say continuity or saga webs, but it's not like we'll have an origin episode.
Yeah, I kind of. Well, speaking of 8-year-old me, I didn't mind it because I kind of already knew who Spider-Man was. But like, think about it now, right?
Yeah.
It's just like.
Wait, when was the last time you watched this?
I at least watch it every 2 years, so probably been like a year ago.
Wait, with Spider-Man Unlimited at the end of it, or just that's okay.
No. Just that. Okay.
Actually, let's cover a bit of Spider-Man Unlimited, and then we never have to go back to it, right? I don't think, by the way, the Spider-Man Unlimited costume is bad.
It's overhated for no reason.
Yeah. I was like, look, if they're not allowed to use it, this is a fair version of a Spider-Man in a different world costume.
Yeah.
I believe what they were saying is this was meant to be a video motion comic of the first 26 issues of Spider-Man, and then what happened is it got wiped out. But the Saban or whoever it is had the license. They were like, well, if we can't use any of this stuff, and we've got the license to make a Spider-Man cartoon at this point, we're not going to waste our money. Let's go and start putting stuff into production. And then they were like, Spider-Man 94 has just finished, right? 1998, right? When was Spider-Man Unlimited? 1999-ish? 2000?
I think it was literally like... It came out not long after the animated series thing. So I think the animated one finished 98. So I think it literally come out like within 6 months or a year after that. So it would have been like 98, 99.
Yeah. So they were like, okay, and that at the end of that is like him looking for Mary Jane because Mary Jane was a Hydro clone or whatever it is, yeah?
Yeah.
Which we'll get to later on. And then in this series, he starts with, he's already with Mary Jane. So it's like, okay. Yes. Like, we'll just assume it's 6 months later, whatever it is, yeah?
Yeah.
Because he goes to get changed. He's like, oh, Peter Parker looks different as well, but we'll just pretend that because it's animation, different animation studio, continuity doesn't really matter that much, right?
Yeah.
But then he goes behind some crates, he jumps back out, you have the Spider-Man 1994 theme.
Yeah.
And then other than that,
that was it.
It could have been completely out of continuity.
Yeah. And then when you see like Venom and Carnage, like like even the style was like, that's weird. Yeah.
Yeah, but you could argue they've been mutated from the symbiosis, and they've become looking like that, whatever. Yeah. And then then he goes to the Counter Earth.
Yeah.
And I thought, look, it was fine, but it gave me the New Adventures of He-Man vibe, where it's just like,
yeah. Why are we doing this? Yeah.
Exactly. We take the hero completely out of where he's supposed to be, and we're just making a original show out of it, right?
Yep. Which they could have just done Spider-Man 2099.
Yeah.
But then I think there would have been cool copycats from what's going on at DC at the time.
Batman Beyond.
Yeah.
Or look, what they could have just done is Counter Earth, Spider-Man Unlimited, and it's not Peter Parker underneath the mask, it's someone else.
Or just not do it.
So they're like, they've got the but you're talking about money here, of course.
Money, yeah, exactly. So they're going to do it, They're going to do it.
Exactly. Whether you wanted them to or not, right?
Yeah. That's going to happen.
As with only 13 episodes, it wasn't terrible.
No.
But it wasn't Spider-Man. It was like, In fact, right, what they could have done, forget having Peter Parker, they just could have kept him in the Spider-Man costume all the time, right? And then you would never know if it's Peter Parker or Spider-Man in the costume, but that wouldn't matter in the context of this, you know?
Yeah, no. He doesn't know Peter Parker stuff in this anyway, so why
exactly. Other than him trying to get home to Mary Jane, or like the first couple of episodes and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But he could have just been like Spider-Man with the Freedom Force, or whatever it is that you know,
I think they kind of did it like this, so it kind of drew in fans from the Spider-Man animated series, and because they're kids as well. Like, oh yeah, this is somehow a continuation, not to like 4 episodes in, like this has nothing to do with the other one. But I'm ready here for the ride, so I might as well see how it ends, sort of thing.
I did like
that's how I was.
How certain different takes on the characters. There was like the heroic Green Goblin, who wasn't Phil Urich or whatever it was. Supposedly is the husband of the Japanese lady who, you know.
Yeah. And the high evolutionary.
Yeah. See, that I could get behind because it all kind of made sense. And then John Jameson being a Wolfman, I'm like, oh, classic throwback.
See what I did there. Oh, yeah. Smart people.
For the 4 people that know continuity, right?
Yeah, that makes sense. Oh, good. But then that's really it, isn't it? Well, I'm trying to think of other characters from.
Oh no, it was
We had Machine Man, but yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't a particularly good series, right? And like you said, they might be better off doing Spider-Man 2099, but obviously then they run into other issues, which is funny because Batman Beyond is basically Spider-Man as Peter Parker as Batman, right? Yeah. Whereas Spider-Man 2099 is Batman as Spider-Man.
Spider-Man, yeah, literally, yeah, and it worked.
Yeah,
for some people.
Yeah.
Well, it worked.
Yeah.
People still care about both Batman Beyond and Spider-Man 2099. So
yeah. So but yeah. Like we say in the New Adventures of He-Man, that he never turns into Prince Adam, right?
No.
So you could have just had Spider-Man Unlimited. He's always been under the mask. He just stays under the mask all the time. And maybe lift it up to eat or whatever it is. But you never need to have him as Peter Parker underneath. There's no reason for him to, you know. You could have it if there's no reason for him to take off his costume.
Well, like you're saying, in the first episode maybe, because then you got kind of establish whatever. But then after that, because he's on the Counter Earth, does he need to take it off? Does he have a dual life that he needs to worry about? No, he just be Spider-Man all the time. Yeah. Weird show.
It was fine. It ended on that cliffhanger, and I was like, okay, what's gonna happen? But no. At that point, they were like, "So you guys."
We've already licensed this out to Sony, so it doesn't matter. Like, oh, okay, sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So you don't count it as a proper as a sequel like at all, right?
No,
Let's just say okay, there's branching universes. Yeah, this is how I'm going to put it. Right, there's Universe 1, which is Spider-Man the Animated Series, right? Yeah. There's Universe 2, which is Spider-Man Unlimited, yeah? And then there's Universe 3, where Spider-Man the Animated Series and Spider-Man Unlimited link together.
I'm trying to see the common thread for it.
Yeah, but they're all different, separate.
Yeah.
And then you can be like, okay, that's Spider-Man Unlimited follows on from Spider-Man the Animated Series 6 months later, whatever, is when he found Mary Jane or whatever.
Yeah. Like a big like story plot that they're on.
You
found her.
Even in the new, okay, we'll have to cover this later on. In fact, okay, so we are going to watch the 1981 Spider-Man animated series and Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends, right?
Yeah.
And then by that point, the Spider-Man 94, what's it, 98 comics?
Yeah, I think it was Spider-Man 98. Yeah.
Yeah, they would have finished. And then we can tag on to the end of that, right? Because that Spider-Man 98 comics, from what I get so far, is he's already found Mary Jane.
Yeah, some weird thing that explained the first episode, the first issue or something.
Well, I don't even know how much of an explanation it is, because I think they're waiting for if they get like X-Men 97, if they get an animated series, they can answer that question there.
Yeah,
because this is more of a series on the side. Yeah,
because they did X-Men 92. I read that for a bit, and then they did X-Men 97, so X-Men 92 comic doesn't really count.
Yeah. I thought the X-Men 92 comic was just like the comic version of the animated series.
No, it's kind of like a weird continuation.
Yeah.
And they felt so many weird things in that short time span, but then obviously they got X-Men 97, so none of that counts, I think, now. Don't quote me on that, but...
Alright, so how much do you know, by the way, about the Spider-Man 98 comics?
Kane's in it. No, that's all I know.
Okay. That's all you know, right?
Yeah.
If that's all you know, we're not going to spoil anything. We'll get to it when we read it, when we talk about the other Spider-Man.
Okay.
All I'm going to say is, it's not what you think. That's as far as I can go.
Yeah, I've heard this is weird. Not weird.
Well, I don't think it's weird, but it's not. It's not what you think, and it's something else.
Okay.
And then it's probably got characters that you have no affinity towards. I'm not going to tell you if it's someone you hate or not, because that'll give away who you know. But
okay.
Maybe some people you couldn't care less about. But whatever.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. Okay. So.
Yeah.
Yeah. This series itself, Spider-Man 94. You enjoyed it overall?
Yeah. That's why I go back to it regularly. I really enjoyed it. Yeah.
What's the draw of May I ask? Because like I only saw it every single episode recently, right?
Yeah. I don't know.
It's cool, but I wouldn't be like, oh yeah, I want to watch this.
I don't know. Maybe it's like it might be a weird nostalgia thing. I don't know. Like, the story's pretty interesting. I think rewatch as an adult, I kind of pick up more things I did when I was watching it as a kid, and then obviously having like 30 years on experience from now, I'm like, oh, okay, I can see where certain things are drawn this from and where that's drawn that from. So it's kind of the same reason I watch like X-Men, rewatch X-Men and all that stuff, because it's like now I can pinpoint certain things, where that came from, where this came from, and it made me just feel happy. I don't know.
Do you mind that Kingpin was basically the backer behind a lot of things that were going on here, and it basically is a huge gang turf war sort of thing with costume characters within it?
No, I didn't mind that. It kind of, for what it was, it made sense.
Yeah, but then you would have thought, by the way, as at that point, where's Daredevil to fight Kingpin? But
as a
not
kid,
his series, right?
No, as a kid,
he doesn't need to exist.
Yeah, as a kid as well, because I didn't really know who Daredevil was, so it made sense in my life. It didn't make sense. I wouldn't mean like, hey, why isn't Daredevil here? Because I didn't know who Daredevil was, so it was like it was fine for me.
Yeah. So I wonder who Daredevil's fighting at that point, if his main villain is elsewhere, but whatever. He might be fighting the Owl or someone like that, right?
Yeah. And Daredevil does appear that one time.
Yeah.
Once or twice.
That one time, right? Where he somehow fights Daredevil's not peak level human.
No.
Somehow he's fighting Spider-Man one-on-one.
Hey, I don't know. He might be peak. I don't know. There's probably some weird thing in there to explain why he can do it.
We can say these, and it's a comic continuity. No. Power level fluctuation thing, because somehow Kingpin is able to, like when he was fighting Spider-Man, when he was on the level be able to fight Spider-Man, by the way, and he could rip a metal staircase away from the wall to fling at Spider-Man, and he could bear hug Spider-Man to stop him like keep breathing or whatever it is, and now he's fighting Daredevil, who is like a human. But Kingpin, you can't be a superhuman because you're not.
Well, he's agile like a cat. I don't know. He must have some meta gene in him to be able to do all that stuff.
Yeah. Exactly. Except that he's classified as a human, so I don't know how low level the meta gene is, right?
Yeah.
But there's a massive difference between the power levels of Spider-Man and Daredevil.
Yeah, huge. Yeah.
So it is awkward to say that Kingpin fits in the middle of between both of them.
Yeah, it doesn't make any logical sense. But hey, cartoon for kids.
Yeah. Oh, what did you think of the Insidious 6? Because they couldn't use Sinister because it's too frightening. But then you got Mr. Sinister in X-Men the animated series. So I was like, what?
Yeah. Oh, that's what it was called?
The Insidious 6, yeah.
Oh, for some reason, even as a kid, I don't know. In my head, I heard Sinister 6. I don't know why.
You just blanked it in your head. You were like, forget what they're saying, right?
Unless
I'm gonna overwrite it in my mind.
Because I'm pretty sure, unless that's the thing they done, they added in later. Because I remember as a kid, it was called Sinister 6. I don't know unless like in England it might be and they didn't change it, and then in America, I don't know. It might be one of those weird localization things. But
I know, I'm pretty sure when I saw it, it was Insidious 6. So I did see one of these episodes, and I was like, okay.
I swear there's an episode called.
But, yeah. That's what the title of the episode is called, The Insidious 6.
Oh. Yeah. That's crazy. Okay.
What did you think, by the way? I'm going to give you the Insidious 6 lineup, and you tell me what you think of this version of it. Dr. Octopus, Mysterio, Shocker, Chameleon, Rhino, and Scorpion.
It's okay.
Yeah. Were you thinking maybe you should have had a Hobgoblin in there instead of Green Goblin? Maybe Kraven the Hunter?
No, because I like Kraven's arc. How he kind of done Kraven is because he's not really a bad guy. He's not a good guy. So I kind of like how Kraven was in
He's Roman Reigns, is that what you're saying?
Yeah. See, this is where they got the template for Kraven 2000. Was it 2004 it came out? Yeah. 2024, sorry, yeah.
Yeah.
He's not a good guy, he's not a bad guy. He's the guy.
Yeah, exactly. If Aaron Taylor Johnson did end up being this version of Kraven, I'd like the use this version as the backbone to create that one. Yeah. Okay, fine, but no.
No. Again, I stand by it. I enjoyed the film Kraven, but
I did like as well some of these things where it's not beholden to the current comic continuity. It was like Calypso was a scientist who was created the serum and stuff like that, and it wasn't like the old
weird voodoo stuff.
Yeah. It's just like the typical. I don't know if she's from Africa, wherever it is, but like you look at what she's wearing and stuff like that, and you're like, you guys are like, okay, some things you allow for the time, and then now that it's continued for the time, you have to keep on allowing it,
yeah. It's like, I like how these guys kind of thought, you know what, let's not go down that route.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, because like, that was a change I liked. I kind of like the change with how Venom and Carnage disappear into like the not Phantom Zone, but into the pocket dimension thing. I like that sort of like, okay, rather than
not the negative zone, right?
No.
Okay.
I don't know where they go. Wherever zone they go with that weird projector thing.
Yeah. No, it's only because what was it? There was something they were doing, and they had the Marvel DC equivalents. Oh, was it Supreme? You know where Squadron the Squadron Supreme actually was flipped, and they were running the world. I can't remember what it's called.
Supreme Power.
No, not that one. The where it was a more recent one, where the Avengers never existed.
Oh, was it Heroes Reborn?
Yeah.
That weird remake. Yeah.
Not the 1997 Heroes Reborn. Yeah, but yeah. So they had all their versions of what would have been DC stuff.
Yeah.
And the negative zone is their equivalent to the phantom zone. That's what they're doing. Yeah.
Okay. Huh. That's lame. Yeah, so I kind of like that. Like, okay, that's a cool way how they kind of handled that. And yeah, I don't know. I like the weird creative, not say weird, like the creative choices they do with certain things. Oh no, I like that. Okay.
Yeah.
Like, there's someone else. Like how they writ out a Black Cat was like, yeah, I'm going with Morbius and Blade to chase vampires.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was
All
like,
right.
okay, that's cool.
Why not?
Yeah.
I like the little throwbacks to some characters in continuity which weren't around at that time anymore, like Deborah Whitman and stuff like that. And I was like, okay. Not that I'm saying I followed it from the 70s, but when there was the collection from the format books and stuff like that, and you're like, oh yeah, these characters from here,
Yeah, so I was like, okay, this is pretty good.
Based on this series, you would never thought you would only thought that Spider-Man's number one girlfriend is Mary Jane.
Yeah.
Which probably as well, like when you and I were reading comics because they were married at that point. It was as far as a Peter Parker relationship, she was the only one.
Yeah.
That we.
But then
there's Betty Brant there.
Betty Brant, Liz Allen, kind of. Yeah.
Gwen Stacy, and then
Gwen Stacy, Cardi Cooper. Joking.
No, that's later. That is later.
I like Cardi. Yeah, I know. That's what I thought I would just throw out there. Just shout out to my girl Cardi. She's great.
I mean, there was Felicia Hardy, and there's one more lady, and I forgot who it was. Yeah, but it's definitely not Cardi Cooper because she can stay in the trash.
No, man, she needs to come back. No. She was.
Yeah, I don't hate on Cardi Cooper. I just like she was created for a specific reason. I'm like, okay, well.
Yeah, well. Yeah. So was Madeline Pryor, but hey,
Well, no. Madeline Pryor got retconned.
Yep, several times. Yeah.
But Madeline Pryor wasn't. She was just a lady who happened to look like Jean Grey.
Yeah. Who was meant to never be anything to do with Jean Grey, and then they decided to make her into her clone.
Yeah. Because Mr. Sinister and shenanigans. Because they had to separate him because actual Jean Grey came back because the writers. And then you're like, okay, right. Yeah. And how are we gonna ruin a character? Yeah, to get another character back. Let's go.
Let's go. Make a full blown evil.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. And because she's evil, right? She's not gonna wear much clothing. Even better.
Yeah.
What? If I was Jean Grey, right? I'd be like, Madeline, please.
Yeah, like,
I know we're not the same person, but you got my body, so could you just...
You're a living deep fake of me right now. Yeah.
It's
that sort of... Wow, why would you do that?
Yeah. It was like, come on, Emma Frost is wearing more clothes than you, please.
Yeah. And like, this is another side tangent I'm going to quickly go down. Like, I feel they've done Madeline Pryor dirty. Like, even the whole... Like, because now she's with... This one makes it all like disgusting and incesty to me, right? Okay, so she had a son with Cyclops, who's Cable. Okay, cool. Then he left her for Jean, and then now in the comics, well, I don't know if they're well, I think they're still together now. She's with Alex Summer.
Yeah.
So you're with your brother's baby mother. So
you're talking about what's that storyline? Dark Web, yeah.
Yeah, and it's part of the Krakoa stuff as well.
Oh yeah.
So it's like, if he marries her, just say he does, he's his nephew's stepdad.
Well, I mean,
who's older than him? Yeah.
Well, technically speaking, right?
Yeah.
Technically speaking, they're not related. No, they're not related. Sorry, no, but... they are. They are. Cable and Alexander. You could you can argue that, but you can say, oh yeah, Jean Grey is not the common link.
Yeah. But it's still weird.
Jean Grey's genetics are, right?
Yeah. It's just weird.
But even they, like you say about doing dirty, right? They did my boy Ben Reilly even dirtier upon all of that. Oh boy.
Nah, Ben Reilly, at least he's still relevant. Where's Kane? Yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, I guess that depends on. But Kane was never a headliner to me, anyways.
Yeah, well, was Ben right? Like, to be fair.
Yeah.
Anyone who made it big.
Okay. You're gonna slap my boy Ben Reilly across the head. And
no, again, I like Ben Reilly.
Well, but...
But like
He
majority of the
headlined
characters,
the Spider-Man comics. He headlined 4 of them at once. And he's had his own miniseries on the side as well. So that's basically 5.
Yeah,
and Spider-Man Limited,
like,
so that's maybe 6.
But then, like, it's the story development I say.
Yeah, I know.
Any character that was created between like 93 to like 1998 have no relevance anymore.
Yeah. And you know what's funny is if I could dig into my head, right? A character that you like, and I flip it back on you, right? You're a hypocrite, but no.
I'll agree.
No, I get what you're saying, though. I'm not just to bust your chops, but yes, you're kind of right. I want to say there's the Dark Age or the Dark Age of comics that some people call it, right? But some like you've read, I'm sure the J. Michael Straczynski run of Spider-Man, right? Where Warner was created and all that stuff. Yeah. And then he created some other Spider-Man enemies, like the Squid or whatever it is, who just never made an appearance again. So, and the one kid that Peter Parker ended up bullying because I can't remember the storyline for that, right? But all they started bullying some new kid, and then they got Peter Parker to bully the kid as well, and because he was like, oh, now I'm not the victim, I'm gonna be whatever, right? And then he felt bad for himself, but by that point the kid already transferred schools, and I think he comes back, and then because it's a retcon, right? He comes back and then he gets like Multiverse style powers. I think I can't remember exactly.
Okay. Yeah.
And then he starts trying to, I'm the one that has the blah blah blah.
Yeah.
And we never see that guy again. So.
Yeah. It's kind of like, well, I agree with you. They do Ben Riley dirty, but at least he's still around. You know what I mean? Like at least he's still there. Like you got people like Kane. There's a whole class of like X-Men they don't talk about anymore. Like, was it the New X-Men? After Grant Morrison's run, there was a run called New X-Men.
Yeah.
It was like the younger kids, and the only one who you still see really, because she came in halfway through, was X-23.
Okay.
Yeah. Everyone else, you got like actually an Elixir. Like they had actually there's 2, Elixir and what's his name? Not the
All right. Let me just tag in just.
Hellion, that's it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
And Elixir being the guy who can heal everyone with his magical mutant capabilities.
Yeah.
Except that he can't heal Aunt May because the power of editorial wants him to wants Spider-Man to have a, I want to say a devil divorce, but you know what I mean.
Yeah. So it's so weird.
Okay. So what did you think here in this version of Spider-Man breaking up with Mary Jane? the marriage that got dissolved.
When did it dissolve? Yeah, because she didn't exist. She just appeared on a bridge one day. Yeah.
By the way, I will say this, right? This version, as wacky as it is, made a lot more sense than the comics version.
Yeah.
If they just transplanted this over, I'd have been like, I probably hated that or before it was strange at the time, But if you give me the alternative, I'd be like, no, this one we'll stick with,
Like for me, like the marriage being dissolved in both, like this one, like you said, made sense.
Yeah.
But like, even why couldn't they just Mary Jane and Peter just divorce? Like, none of this whole retcon. Like, I'm gonna take your marriage, just divorce.
So Joe Quesada, I believe, was saying, "Oh no, Spider-Man. If a divorced Spider-Man makes him look aged, But then it's like, okay, right."
What's wrong with aging him?
I mean, like as far as comic book logic goes, right?
Yeah.
They don't need to reference it. He gets the divorce and that's it, Because same here, His marriage, he was married and he isn't married now, and they don't reference him making a deal with the devil. They just kind of like pretend that bit didn't happen, So you just never need to reference it. And at the time, right? This is the Skrull invasion, Secret invasion or whatever it is, So you just hold off a bit until Secret Invasion, and then you'd be like, you don't necessarily need to say Mary Jane is a Skrull or not a Skrull, right? But if Spider-Man's identity is revealed, then you just bandwagon it and say, oh, during the Skrull invasion, Mary Jane, that they pretend that Mary Jane was a Skrull, so they can separate it from Spider-Man and say, oh, this, annul the marriage, whatever. There's routes you can go.
Yeah, but then like.
I didn't even, by the way, right? They could have just done like they did in Spider-Man No Way Home, where it was a spell gone wrong,
Yeah.
And then wiped people's memories, or however it is, and then people forget that they were married. Done. You know?
Yeah, but I still don't see like if you do go like legit like the Raw route, right?
Yeah.
It gives there's more you can it can build it can grow Spider-Man's character. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
but I mean, like as far as I mean, like look, I get the logic, yeah. But then again, there's the same people that didn't want Spider-Man to have a baby. So
yeah, because didn't he have a baby? Then baby didn't exist. Something like that.
Well,
Something weird.
Well, okay. Now, this is so dumb and silly, right? Yes. So Mary Jane, they had that supposed baby they were building towards to in 1998, 99, right? Whatever, right?
Yeah.
And then they Osborn was talking to the lady who kidnapped who was in the hospital, right? So supposedly they kidnapped the baby, right? We don't know, yeah.
Yeah.
Did you pick up the package? Blah 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 whatever it is, yeah. All that mysterious nonsense.
Yeah.
And then they talk about later on when they have to bring it back together, the Gathering of Five or whatever that storyline, the end of Spider-Man Volume 1. Oh yeah. May is alive. Yeah. Because you assume it's the baby. No, it's that rickety old Aunt May who never dies. She's alive. Okay, right. Plot twist. Like Vince Russo wrote this.
This makes me sad.
yeah, exactly. I'm just like, I'm reading through the Spider-Girl comics, right, and I'm like, why? Like, maybe in alive with it. Yeah, but then at that point, you can't separate Mary Jane and Peter, except that you can because you can put Paul in there, right?
Yeah, like I don't know much about Paul. I know everyone hates him, so I'm predisposed to think he might be the right guy. I don't know.
Let me tell you. Let me tell you. By the way, are you going to read that entire lot? Story?
Yeah, at some point. Yeah.
Okay.
Point.
Let me put a thought into your head. Right. This is what I found out afterwards. I haven't read it all myself, but this is what it is. Yeah. Zeb Wells, who was writing it. Yeah.
Yeah.
You would have thought. Okay. He was going through a divorce at the time, and you know. Okay. When Jeff Loeb's son died, and he was writing the comics, and they got really like about all kind of death obsessed, right?
Yeah.
I mean, he wrote that touching a story in Batman Superman, about Sam, which okay. But then when you go at that point as well, we're reading about the Ultimate Universe, we realize like a whole bunch of destruction going on for no reason.
Yeah.
And he's working through his issues. So first of all, who signed that off? Yeah, but right.
Yeah.
Okay, so Zeb Wells is going through his divorce, and you would have thought, okay, he's self-insert himself as Paul, right?
Yeah.
Because you want like with his wife, or whatever it is, yeah. No, he's Peter in this situation.
Ooh.
He's. I'm not saying he's making himself the cuck, right? That's not what I'm saying, right?
No, yeah.
But when you read it, yeah. Supposedly Peter, like he didn't self-insert him as a character with good. That's in the relationship. He's the one outside of the relationship.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Whether that changes your reading dynamic of it or whatever, at the end of the day, right? I don't think he was writing Paul to be hated, except that Paul ended up being hated.
Yeah, which I get, but then some is like,
for example, he's not writing, "Oh, my wife's with another man, and I'm going to create a fictional character of that other man to take out all my anger on and have the audience hate him."
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like Paul got a bad rap.
Yeah. Well, I can't say which way or the other, right? Because I haven't read it, yeah. But I can see how he was just a device there to keep Peter and Mary Jane separate. But then again, if you're seeing through this, then the devil was also, Mephisto was also the same device, and then them not getting married because of one moment in time and all that silliness as well, because she's like, oh, if we don't have children, then marriage is a piece of paper, whatever. It's just like,
pick a lane,
exactly.
Yeah. Okay.
But yes. I would like myself Paul to make an appearance in Spider-Man 98, like not the animated. I don't know if they're gonna do like the animated continuation, but I'm talking about the comics, the 4-part comic series that we're talking about with Kane, right? Just for the jokes, yeah. In fact, right, when they do the animated series continuation, Just for you, right? You right there, Kyle. Yeah? Just for you. I hope they bring in Carly Cooper as well.
Yeah, so do I. I hope they do Brand New Day and all that.
But the logic is like, why have Carly Cooper when you got Deborah Whitman and they're both basically just almost exactly the same?
You need someone new. You don't need Deborah. Who cares about Deborah?
Yeah, wait. So you got a blonde girl with glasses in a lab coat.
Yeah. Who cares?
Okay.
Carly Cooper have brown hair and work for the police.
Yeah. Okay.
I think. I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah, I know. It makes no difference. But, out the old, in the new. And then we get rid of her with some weird convoluted, like, she's a psychopath now, but we're never going to use her again. Yeah.
Yeah. What does Carly Cooper become now? Menace 2?
It was something. I think it was. Wait. Oh, can we check this up recently as well?
Yeah. I've forgotten it.
Oh, I forgot it now.
The Goblin Queen?
No, isn't that Harry Osborn's second kid's mom?
Oh yeah.
Was it third kid? I don't know how many kids. I don't know how many kids.
I was going to say Jezebel Jet, but it's not Jezebel Jet. That's Batman.
No, that's Batman. Yeah. Oh, but yeah. Either way, Carly Cooper.
Lily something, right?
Let me check. Carly Cooper.
Yeah.
Fictional character.
But yeah. So all of that nonsense. I didn't mind the way they built up to Black Cat, because obviously at this point, and I don't mind that she had superpowers as well. Yeah, but I was like, okay. So they took their time with Black Cat, but they left out. They're like, yo Venom, can you just come over here real quick?
Yeah.
And Carnage, can you come also here real quick? Yeah.
I think what other main characters they had. Doc Ock was in it. He was in it quite a bit.
Yeah. I will say I don't think Doc. Okay, at this point in content, it's a murky time, right? I will say during the 60s. No, okay. And you have to give me your opinion on this, but I would say during the early Spider-Man years, Dr. Octopus was his number one villain because he'd been the one that defeated Spider-Man a couple of times, and then Norman took over. Once Norman did the higher power pull off mask, that's when it was. That's when he started getting a bigger foothold on being Spider-Man's number one enemy, right?
Yeah.
And until the point where he killed Gwen Stacy and then he died, but Dr. Octopus is always nipping at his heels because Dr. Octopus killed George Stacy. Before that, right? But once Norman Osborn was no more, that's when I think Doc Ock was getting a bigger push.
Yeah.
And then Venom came along.
Yeah.
And then Doc Ock got pushed back again. And then Norman Osborn came back, and Dr. Octopus also. So then it was Green Goblin, Venom, and Dr. Octopus third. And then more recently, with the Superior Spider storyline, I think that's when Doc Ock, I want to say, got his rightful place back as number one for a temporary stretch. And then now Venom is, you want to say distant third?
No, I don't think Venom's, because they turned Venom face, we say, and now him and Spider-Man are actually like friends.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't even put him in the top 3 anymore. He's like,
but then it's same with Doc Octopus, when he was not when he was the Superior Octopus, not when he'd already taken over Spider-Man's body. That sort of stuff, because he's still kind of semi-heel, semi-face, right? But I would say it'd be because Doc Octopus has some decent victories, and I would say the only reason that Norman's there is because Norman's always there.
Yeah. Even though now he's Spider-Man, but.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Sorry,
that's a laugh at that one.
Yeah, but I would say in this series, Dr. Octopus didn't get his a major. He got a decent push, but not a major push to be like a number one, because he's always like he'd do stuff, and then there's the Kingpin also there, and I don't mind Kingpin being the guy behind the guy that Spider-Man can't touch. Because he's like, well, look, man, I hire these people. I don't know what they do to get to whatever they get to do, blah, 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 I've got enough distance from it, You can accuse me all you want, right?
But,
and it could be the truth, But deny. You can't get that link.
Caught a lot, deny,
Oh. Yeah. So that was all right to me. Yeah, I didn't mind the Shocker being the replacement Electro because it's kind of like with their power, so you adapt one or the other, right? You don't really need to adapt both, and usually a Shocker gets the short straw. Yeah. And when Electro was here, he didn't seem to have as much presence as as a Shocker, anyways.
I did kind of like how they kind of made him like the big bad of that Forgotten Warriors arc where it was, when he's like, yay, we're gonna make him to basically destroy the world, and then he's like, then they defeat him. But I like how okay, they gave him. That
was because they retconned him to be the son of the Red Skull. So
yeah. And half brother comedian, but that's wrong. But yeah. It's like, so Max Dillon is German now. Okay, cool. All right.
Yeah.
Sure. All right.
Yeah. I don't believe he's called Max Dillon though.
No, he's not. No. I want to say Sergey something, but then that's Russian, so let's see.
Johann Schmidt was the Red Skull, so something Schmidt, right? Johann Schmidt the second, because that's how they're gonna. Yeah.
That was stupid, but that was good. Trying to think what else I liked about it. Obviously the theme song. Radioactive. Yeah. And Baron Mordo, he was pretty cool when you saw him.
Baron Mordo.
Yeah. When they had the whole Doctor Strange episode.
No. It's not that. It's just that when you see Baron Mordo, it's like, why am I associating it with something else? Because there's Doctor Druid, right?
Yeah.
And Brother Voodoo, yeah? But they're different characters from different cartoons. No, because in the Doctor Strange movie, he's not called Brother Mordo, is he?
Yeah, it's called Baron Mordo.
No, sorry, yeah, it's me. I'm mixing things together. Yeah.
I think his first name actually is Baron, not like it's a title.
Yeah. That's why I was like.
Yeah.
No. Yeah, exactly. Like like Doctor Strange, right? Mr. Doctor.
Yeah. That's my father. Call me Doctor. Yeah. And I feel and War Machine cameo was pretty hilarious.
Yeah.
He just put in a coma. And I said no. I'm quickly talking about the X-Men episode. Yeah, Spider-Man comes really racist in that episode. Yeah. How he talks to the X-Men and stuff, like, wow.
Okay, now what I'm gonna say is I think during the comics at the time as well, it's like because the X-Men were saying a lot of comics. The tagline on top of Spider-Man was the non-mutant superhero or something like that.
Okay.
Yeah, it's funny as well because on top of the strapline on top of the Spider-Girl comics used to be the daughter of the true Spider-Man, right? And Ben Reilly was Spider-Man at the time, so it's like, okay.
Okay. Sure.
Well, not necessarily Ben Reilly was the true Spider-Man at the time, but they were coming out the Edge of the Clone Saga at that point, so they had to make sure apparently people knew, right? And then they dropped it to just the daughter of Spider-Man. So it's like, all right, okay.
Got a quick question.
Yeah.
Like, so this is kind of related. It's Spider-Man related, but it's not Spider-Man anime series related.
Yeah.
So obviously Spider-Man got bit by a spider. He's a mutate, right? He's a mutate.
Yeah.
But then his daughter's a mutant.
Yeah. He's not a straight mutant.
Yeah. And then wouldn't technically Ben Reilly be a mutant because he was born with the powers?
You mean he was created with genetic material that already had the powers within it?
Yeah. So technically he'd be a mutant, right?
I think how they would talk about it in this. Okay, as far as mutants in Marvel continuity, and it's the same with DC when they're metahumans, yeah? If that particular gene activates, that's when you are classified as that or the other, right? And a mutant in Marvel continuity, as you know, is if you have the X gene, not if you are a mutated being.
Yeah.
So he would be a mutant, like a Ninja Turtles, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Yeah.
But he wouldn't be an X-Men mutant.
Yeah. But his daughter would. Yeah.
But Mayday Parker is in fact a mutant.
Yeah. Just for say. So it was quick another side tangent.
Yeah.
Like the whole weird. Franklin Richards is a mutant, and now he isn't. But then he was only mutant because he Yeah, it's something stupid, and I think they're gonna retcon that back anyway. It's just dumb.
Oh, okay. So Franklin Richards has the power to warp reality. Yeah. So
yeah,
and that was the mutant power apparently he was born with. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no, not born with, but he had the NXG activated. Yeah. But if he wished, if he were reality warped himself, not to have those abilities because of a mutation, then he wouldn't, right? Then he can rewrite his own DNA.
But then he wouldn't have. I mean, it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah. He wiped his own powers back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. It was stupid. Yeah, but yeah. I made Spider-Man. Great show.
Yeah. I think it's a cool show. Right. I will say as well, there's some scenes where, like when he's in the black costume, where he's acting super hammy, right? But what is funny is what he's saying, like what you hear on the audio, that there's no mouth movements for it.
Yeah.
When he's chasing the shocker, like I was doing before, right?
Yeah.
Are you expecting to, like, his jaw on the mask just, moving up and down, but no, it's like the mask doesn't move, the facial features do not move whatsoever on the mask, yeah? So it's like, where's the voice coming from?
From a speaker? I don't know. Yeah, it makes no sense.
Yeah.
It made no sense, but it was cool. And then because of the show as well, it made me think Eddie Brock was ginger. Yeah, I was not.
No wonder why he's angry, right?
Yeah, I was like, oh, that's a bit of a weird stereotype they're putting off here. Okay.
You know what? It's funny as well. Actually, no, they probably couldn't do it. I was gonna say, what if they had the Fire Lord episode where he beats up Fire Lord, with the alien costume enhancing his abilities, right? Because in the comics, he did beat up Fire Lord. He crashed him into a petrol station somehow, right? And Fire Lord's made of fire.
Okay. Yeah.
But he clobbers Fire Lord and knocks him out, and it's like, in the black costume. Yeah. In the black costume, but a normal cloth black costume, because at that point he'd separated from the Venom symbiote. Yeah. So it's like, how did you take on a cosmic being, Spider-Man? That is a bit,
Make it make sense, dude.
Yeah. But if he did Spider-Man. This and he was fighting Fire Lord in the alien symbiote costume and defeated him. Okay, but then the logic is, if Fire Lord's made out of fire and you got an alien symbiote who's vulnerable to fire, how does that work?
Yeah. It doesn't. Yeah.
Yeah.
Great show, man. Loved it. And also Venom he was voiced by Hank Cesar. What's his? The guy does a lot of voices in Simpsons, like Mo, Apu, and etc.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, you mean Venom or Eddie Brock was voiced by him?
Eddie Brock. Well, Venom's probably like some weird symbiote hybrid thing, but yeah.
No, because sometimes they do the same voices, right? And sometimes they get an alternate person to do the voice, and sometimes they do the voice and synthesize it, or whatever it is, they alter it to make it slightly different, but it's still the same person.
Yeah. But
I think cool. It's a fine animated series, right?
Yeah.
I'm not as connected to it as you are, right?
Yeah.
But it's good. It was a cool watch for the first time watching everything. Because I used to just catch bits and pieces of episodes, and then you're like, okay, where was the beginning of this and that and the other stuff like that? And I don't mind the continuity changes. It's not a major deal.
It's not major different. No.
Yeah.
I said before, I kind of enjoy when like things take the creative liberty to go where they want to go rather than you have to hit this beat. Yeah, that's when it gets kind of clunky.
Exactly. Okay. What did you think it was predictable that he was going to get with Mary Jane, or did you think he should have branched out and had a shot at the other ladies? Because I only say this because in continuity back then, he had, like, we were listing out the other ladies that he could have may have got with as well.
No, I feel it's kind of obvious because there's a kids' cartoon as well. You don't really want to throw all those sort of like.
What, you make a Peter Parker look like a manhole?
Yeah, you don't really want to do that. So it kind of makes sense. Like, he'll go with a hot redhead, and we'll put obstacles in their way, but they'll get it together.
So we never mentioned it. We touched upon it, right? The Mary Jane being Hydra Man being an obsessive stalker, because they couldn't use Sandman, right? So, but in this case, I think it was fair because they had a backstory they put with Hydra Man to be related to Mary Jane somehow. Whereas if it was Sandman and he's X amount of years older and stuff like that, it's just
a bit weird. Yeah.
And then Hydra Man saying, Mary Jane, we were made for each other, and then you're like, oh yeah, okay, but he's not saying an obsessive stalker way. He's literally Miles Warren got bits and pieces of Hydro Man and made a water clone or whatever it is of Mary Jane. Yeah. So literally is made from him. Yeah. And then she exhibits Hydro-like abilities to fight Hydro Man for her love of Peter Parker, because that's how things are going to be. And then she melts away, and then Peter gets taken away to do the Secret Wars. So and then at the end of the series, like 5 episodes later, where he meets Stan Lee and everything like that, and then it's like, so Stan, can you write me an episode where I find Mary Jane, please?
Yeah, basically, yeah. Like, wow.
And then 20 years later, no, 30 years later, right?
Yeah.
They skip it. Yeah. Already found. Yeah, thanks.
Yeah, you don't need to know what happened. Like, I'll wait 30 years, but okay, sure, I guess I don't need to know.
As far as adaptations go, as in the continuation, are you looking forward to any Spider-Man enemies getting introduced into this series? Because I'm sure there's some enemies where you're like, no, we don't need to see them, right?
There's quite a lot I don't want to see, but
but let's get to the ones that you do want to see, because that list will be shorter, right?
I don't really want to see. That's going to sound weird. I don't really want to see any, to be fair.
Any ones that like more recent enemies that are...
Because I feel like they were kind of like weirdly shoehorn them in. Like, why are you...
Okay. Would you like to see a adaptation of what's the Superior Spider-Man?
Not really.
But that could be, by the way, an entire series, an entire 13-episode series.
Yeah.
Because then you would have to do the bit where Doc Ock starts taking him over. Then you're gonna have a run where he is the Doc Ock in the Peter body, and then you do another run where Peter gets the body back, and then they find the Green Goblin or whatever it is.
See, because they kind of really done that in what was that? Not the Spider-Man we just
Web
watched.
Warriors?
No, there was one off. There was a weird. So you had like that Ultimate Spider-Man.
Yeah.
And then it had a Spider-Man after that. I think it was called Marvel Spider-Man.
Okay.
And that went for like 3 or 4 seasons, and they did it kind of in that.
Okay.
Yeah. So I don't know if it'd be a bit. I don't know if it would. I don't know. No, I don't know.
Oh my goodness. This is just perfect, by the way. This is just perfect, right?
Yeah.
Let's just say they find Mary Jane, like they start it in Spider-Man 98, yeah, and then they go to find Mary Jane, whatever it is, yeah. Mary Jane is with Paul and the 2 kids. No wonder why they just skipped out all of that stuff.
Yeah, no, do that one. It'd be great. Or maybe.
No. Look, if they do that, I will laugh, because they set themselves perfectly up for it, right?
Yeah, it's like,
and then it's just a troll job.
Yeah. It's like, how can we make more fans pissed off at us?
Yeah.
And then they do that. Like, we saw it animated before we saw the Clone Saga properly. Yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't think of.
Go on.
Yeah, no, I can't think of any like stories I would like to be adapted. The Other, maybe, I don't know.
Yeah, but then you hate Morlan.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, no, okay. But you went and see The Other to get adapted so you can see Morlan get killed.
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah. Or even they adapted Silk, bring Silk into it or something. Yeah, no problem with that.
Yeah.
But then.
Oh yeah, because you could kind of do the Ezekiel storyline, but you can't really kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I can't think of any.
Yeah. What about
Beyond Corp? I don't know.
Sorry.
Beyond Corp. Is it Beyond?
Yeah, exactly. Dead No More.
Yeah.
But then you'd have to bring Brent Riley in as a clone that is evil.
Yeah.
So,
or they could redo, the clone conspiracy.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah. Can't think of anything else.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I really can't think of any. No.
Yeah. Ends of the Earth and all that.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that was a good one.
Yeah. What's the one where Green Goblin was taken over? That's part of Superior Spider-Man, would you say?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't think of any. That's weird. Why can't I think of any?
You could it could be some old classic storylines though.
Or they could bring the one where they kind of bring Peter Parker's fake sister into it.
Oh. Yeah. Oh, and Peter Parker's fake parents. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, How much have you, as we're going to do it, how much of the 1981 series have you seen? A lot or a little?
I don't think I've seen any of them, honest.
Okay. On Disney Plus, by the way. Okay. Yeah, except for one episode about the Red Skull, which, oh my goodness. So, there was a Captain America one that Mark Waid was doing, right? And they were having the comic written from the perspective of the Red Skull. And he's a hero, yeah? And Marvel signed off, I believe, and then they decided, no, actually, we're not. We haven't got the balls to follow on, right? Yeah. So then they started changing the caption boxes and stuff like that. So Red Skull wasn't as
Nazi.
Yeah. Well, he was less Nazi than he was, and it wasn't meant to be a Nazi sympathizer story. Yeah. It's more like the villain perspective story, where I outright hate these people because whatever. I mean, it's not like, oh yeah, they beat up my mom, the Jews or whatever, right? They beat up my parents, and therefore I hate them because whatever. No. Just irrational hatred for all people, anyways, right? And there's certain lines that you can't cross because you can't outright him. You can have him be racist, but you can't have him start calling people.
Slurs. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Though, it's probably all right for him to call the like if he sees any mutants, then he can call them the N-word.
Yeah. Mutant, because he hates them too, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. So that, So what? So there's a Red Skull episode, which for some reason they think they didn't broadcast again. But I'll if I find it, I'll send you the link to it.
Okay.
But are you looking forward to seeing the 1981 series, or are you thinking?
Maybe, I don't know. I'm intrigued to see it because I've seen a lot of Spider-Man: His Amazing Friends. So 81 series. I'm quite intrigued to see where it goes.
Also, as well, as far as when I was watching this, and I was like, oh yeah, they're doing stuff out in relation to what's happening in the comics at the time. Yeah. So 10 years removed, I wonder how the things are going to balance there. And mostly probably because like Green Goblin's dead. Yeah. If it's Harry Osborn, whatever, but probably Dr. Octopus would be the guy who's the number one. Yeah. Which would be intriguing to see if they actually do that or not.
We'll see.
Yeah. So you can't. Okay, I'm not gonna make you do it, by the way, right? Would you watch the 60s series?
Oh no, I've tried. Even as a kid, I couldn't.
Okay. Yeah. All right, I'll tell you what then I'll do, yeah? Okay, when we talk about the Spider-Man 1981 series and Spider-Man Multiverse Friends, I shall watch the 60s series as well. And then I'll let you know. I'll take the hit for you, just like, we were watching the Batman serials, and you decided, no, you're not going to do that, and I had to go and watch them all. But you're like, what? No, but it's only true you can watch this for, that's why I'm doing it, right?
Yeah.
And when we were doing the Captain America live action adaptations, and you didn't want to watch the Grant Gardner version of Captain America from the 40s.
I can't. Yeah. My brain can't handle it.
But no, I only watch it because I'm like, I wonder how it was done back at that time as well. So I know for sure the 60s Spider-Man animation, where he started having webs, and then part of course he doesn't have webs because they like, we're cheaping out.
We're cheap, yeah.
And how
stuff like that, I'm like,
how they take the mick in the Spider-Man Spider-Verse, where the Daily Bugle's the only building drawn with details, but it's only got 5 windows across.
Yeah.
And then Spider-Man hiding halfway underneath the desk and stuff. That meme.
Yeah.
Were you saddened, by the way, that this series did not use the classic theme song?
What? To him, life is a great big high.
That one.
No. So I don't know, for me, like the 90s cartoon, that one's more iconic to me.
Yeah. What, radioactive?
Spider-Man. Yeah. Which apparently there's some weird story behind that song. So I think originally it was meant to be done by Aerosmith or something like that. Then it didn't come through, so then did this, and then later on Aerosmith did a version of it. It's, I don't know, some weird backstory behind it all.
Yeah. But, all right. Okay. Are you expecting Spider-Man 1981 to be any
terrible? Yes.
Well, I'm joking, I was gonna say in comparison to this series.
It'll be league below. I don't know, but I'll give it a chance because they're trying stuff.
Okay. And just before we sign off, I'm trying to think of So what other Spider-Man animated series are there? There's Spectacular Spider-Man, which I liked, by the way.
Yeah, I thought it was amazing. That was
they
great.
They did 2 seasons of that, right?
Yeah, that was awesome.
Well, I like the animation in that.
Yeah.
And it had Gwen Stacy as well. And they were all in high school and stuff like that. Actually, was Mary Jane in that?
Yep, she come in halfway through season 1. Yeah. She didn't go to their school. Pete just knew her, yeah.
Yeah, and then there's that 3D Spider-Man, which I don't think we're going to... Have you seen that?
You know, I've seen it. I've got on DVD. Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Okay. Was it any good?
It was alright. Like, story-wise, it was alright. But watching it now, the animation will hurt your eyes.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah. And then there was the Ultimate Spider-Man, which is also Spider-Man Web Warriors and stuff like that, which...
Yeah.
I thought...
Peaks and valleys, man. Peaks and valleys.
Yeah. And then you're saying there's another Spider-Man.
So I felt it was Marvel Spider-Man.
Yeah.
And then...
Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man.
Yeah. I don't know if there's one in between that, but yeah.
So Marvel's Spider-Man, was that any good?
It was okay. It was okay. They did that weird thing though where he's still in school, but then Peter and Miles and Gwen's in it as well, and they become
okay.
Kid Arachnid and Ghost Spider. Yeah, it's weird.
Oh really? That to me did like a slight back shuffle cell because I'm like, huh? All right. Yeah, so they're all roughly the same age.
Miles is I think like a year or two younger than him. Like, oh, it doesn't work. But
yeah,
it's all right because then even you have like what's her name? Anna. What's her name? The first Spider Girl. Is it Anna Cortez?
The first Spider. Yeah. I was like Spider Girl, but then I'm thinking of the Spider Women.
Yeah, her and there's another person.
No. Is it? Because I'm thinking of
Well, I think of Frankie.
Yeah. Martha Franklin, who's J. Jonah Jameson's niece.
Yes, no, she's not. It's the Hispanic one. Anya, I can't remember her surname. Yeah, she's in it as well. And they kind of do, like I said, they kind of do the Superior Spider-Man thing in it as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Venom. Yeah, it's okay. I don't know.
Okay.
It's all right.
Yeah.
It's all right.
Okay. But you're saying we probably don't need to
we could watch it. I have no problem watching it. But...
no, I'm saying we covered all classics. Just first of all, there's not too many episodes to do it, right? Because I think between Spider-Man 981 and Spider-Man's Amazing Friends, it's only like 50 maybe episodes, right?
Oh, well,
I don't know how much the 60 series was, but I'm sure I could cram it in between.
Yeah.
But when it's and maybe at some point we'll do Spectacular Spider-Man because that's only had 2 seasons, right?
Yeah. Spectacular Spider-Man. Yeah.
The 3D Spider-Man, right? How many episodes is that?
I think it's only like 13 episodes. It's not that long.
So do we combine those 2 together? Because look, allow watching something that's 104 episodes and stuff like that because that's just too much.
Yeah.
We'll do the 80s Spider-Man, right? With the 60s because I want to watch it, and then we'll work out if we're gonna do like I do want to watch Spectacular Spider-Man, but if that's something on the side that I do, the combination of the episodes is a bit too much. Yeah.
I get that.
Oh, okay. Do we do this right? The 80s Spider-Man will keep on one side. I'll watch the 60s Spider-Man. And we will do the 3D Spider-Man and Spectacular Spider-Man in one bunch. The 3 of those.
Yeah, I could do that.
Okay, that makes more sense, right?
That sounds logical.
Okay, cool. All right, so that's us signing off for this episode of the trip around the multiverse, where we're talking about Spider-Man, the animated series from 1994.
Yeah. Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, I'm the man who really, really hates clones. CY Chong.
And I'm the man who is apparently a bum, according to my wife, but not wife's aunt.
Yeah, because they get married as well, yeah?
Yeah.
But not wife because she's a clone of... Yeah.
Which is hilarious. I realise now they both live with their aunts. We know where Peter's parents are. Where's Mary Jane?
We know... I know they didn't talk about the backstory of Mary Jane, but let's just say... Abusive parents, of course you're going to not be with them, right?
Yeah, of course, yeah. So, what's her name? Aunt Anna?
Yeah.
Yeah. What a dork, but yeah. Yeah. And don't forget to like, share, subscribe, follow us on our social media handles, which is on the top of the screen if you're watching us on YouTube. So that's our Instagram or TikTok or Twitter, which I don't really bother with, and our YouTube channel. Don't forget to all that lovely stuff. If you listen to this on audio, bro, like a podcasting app, it should be found in our description down below. And I would like to thank you guys for taking a trip with us around the radioactive spider blocked in multiverse. Catch you guys next time. Bye.